Hello, and welcome back to CreativeMelodi. I'm Anthony Frazer, and this is
Marlene Marvelous.
and today we have a video for you.
But before we do,
Be sure to go ahead and smash that like button, and also if you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please go ahead and do so now. If you'd like to follow us on social media, our links are down below in the description box, along with my handle to my Vivo channel. Go on over there, check out all my music videos, like, comment, and subscribe, and then head back over here.
well, you can also like, comment, and subscribe on our own personal YouTube channels, which are going to be right here and right here. So if you guys want to take these handles, put that in the search box, go like, comment, subscribe on his account, my account, and then right back to here, because we love you guys and we appreciate you. We love making content for you.
Yes, we do. And in this video, we're about to dive into the album, the one, the only In the Zone by Miss Britney Spears. My favorite album of hers. It is top notch. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Until I feel the vibrations, I wanna give you vibrations.
Up first is going to be track 1. This is Me Against the Music. Here we go.
People in the crowd, grab a partner, take it. It's just me and me. Hey, are you? We say the sweat is dripping this place. Tonight I'm here, so I guess I wanna get in the zone. So I look at you, I'm trying to hit a chicken. All my people on me, so you don't wanna see it. All in the crowd, me, so you don't. The song, party all night long. All night long, I'm feeling it bad and I can't explain. Feel it burn in the tip of my toe. I guess it's like you're trying to take on the music. If you really want it, I'ma take it your own. My people wanted more. You can't let me see it. All my people adore. Baby, let's go. If you wanna go, you dance all lose control. I'd rather see you back. All my people in the crowd, let me take it up. Work your body and body. Hey, baby, let me see you dance. Let me see go round and round. Let me see you dance. Let me see it. All my people want to dance. All my people around. Want you to take it out.
It's a 10. It's a 10. Does it get any better? Britney Spears and Madonna on one fucking track. Does it get any better? I mean, literally, my mom and my grandma performing on the same fucking track. I don't understand. I don't understand. I love this song so much. It is infectious. When I first heard this song, I remember it was 2003, and I was at home in my house, and I think like a preview of it came on like TRL or something. They wanted to just show like a quick glimpse of it. I heard it very, very quickly, and it was just kind of like the beginning part into the chorus. And I was like, oh my God, I have to. Then they were talking about the, behind the music, like making the video thing that was going to be coming up. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to get into this. It's so good. The dancing, incredible. The song, the pull that is there. Britney just set herself into a new scene. You know what I'm saying? Like when you had Baby One More Time, okay, great. It's amazing. It's this big over the top song, right? Then you come in, you do Oops, I Did It Again. Again, bigger over the top song, right? It's like literally back to back hits. They almost sound identical when you play them together. They sound like they can kind of like be sister songs. Like they literally, they sync up very well, right? Then if you go ahead and you play I'm a Slave for You, you're like, okay, we're kind of getting into the sexier Britney. This just like redefines Britney in like more of like an adult light, but also solidifying her legendary status, her icon status of who she is, right? And you would think like, well, she kind of can't go any further than this. And then she hits you with fucking Blackout and there's Gimme More as the lead single, right? But this, I just love when she was in the studio and she was like getting the vocals done for this and like producing the song. And she was like, Michael Jackson needs to come out right now. And when she was about to hit the, for the beat of the drum, gotta get with that bass, I was like, yes, that is so Michael. That I literally understand exactly what you're going for. It was such an iconic song. I really don't understand why it didn't do better, but I truly think had Britney have maybe hit us with Toxic first and then Me Against the Music, we probably could have had 2 number ones back to back. But I will also say this. We had to remind ourselves that Britney picked Pepsi to do her her tour promotion, right? Yeah. They were the ones who sponsored the tour for Dream Within a Dream. When they sponsored the tour for Dream Within a Dream, Britney was cut at the limb, okay? And I mean like cut at the limb. Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know was the last song, technically the first song, that was like seeing the radio play, right? Technically the last song to see the radio play, but the first song to be impacted by her choice of working with Pepsi as the sponsor for her tour. All of Britney did not chart because Clear Channel, who was usually the sponsor for the tour, who was ignored because Pepsi was then picked over to promote and sponsor the tour, Clear Channel was pissed about it. Clear Channel is billboards, they are radio, they are TV. I mean, they literally have their hands in every single sector of media. Anywhere that you could get media and advertisement, you have to fight and go through Clear Channel. So they blocked her from radio. They blocked her from advertising. They blocked her from TV. They blocked her from anything that could possibly help her charting. Now, obviously, Britney had such an impact anyway with the third album that it kind of seen radio time, right? It's seen all these different live performances, and Britney had to work overtime for these live performances. It wasn't just the tour. She had to go on a promotional tour as well, back to back to back for almost 2 years to really promote this tour, because the tour was from 2001 into 2022, right? I'm sorry, 2002. So it's seen a real lifespan over that. And Britney was actually supposed to, I think it was supposed to be her first time going to Asia or Australia. One of them. It was supposed to be her first time, and she never wound up going because she kind of canceled like the last end of the tour from going back for, I think it was supposed to be her 4th leg. And she wound up taking off 6 months, and then she came back with this. I say all that to say, Me Against the Music was impacted still by Clear Channel and the promotion of her possibly getting any kind of charting, you know what I'm saying, for Billboard and stuff like that. So her ranking from Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know to Me Against the Music is because of the ban from Clear Channel. It wasn't until Toxic that Toxic pulled Britney out from the confines of being banned by Clear Channel. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait for the music video and the live performances because there's so much to get into. But what do you think? How do you feel?
I like it. It's a 10. I don't really feel like Madonna helps the song.
You just don't like Madonna?
No.
So that's a biased opinion right there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a great song. I think they did amazing vocally, production-wise, and lyrics. I thought the lyrics were very fun.
Okay, and up next is going to be track 2. This is I Got That Boom Boom featuring the Ying Yang Twins. Here we go.
Shout it! We finna go to the club and get... She like she found a blow and say that. She think she bad.
You have something to say, my body. Why you look so sexy? I beg you on. Yeah, I got watching me all night long. That you want it.
Show it all. Go and the drip switch. Got a little body spirit in the twin. If you with it, enjoy the way you try. She think she bad. I ain't fine enough to blow your mind.
Watching me, but it might be too late. Watching me all night long. It might be too late. And you're so sexy. You're calling me. I'm so sexy.
Yup.
I'm gonna be honest. This needed to be a single.
No.
This literally needed to be a single. This would have crossed her into the adult contemporary R&B, well, not even R&B, but the adult contemporary hip hop category, right? We would have just had this like, this more urban vibe, this more urban sound. I really, really wanted that on this. I know everybody loved Outrageous, and Outrageous is good, right? But had I have had the choice to pick, I would have said Being Against the Music, and then I Got That Boom Boom, and then I would have went into something like A Breathe on Me, and then I would have went into Toxic. Can you imagine the burn in singles on this album? I mean, like, it's back to back to back to back to back hits. I mean, like, you have some of your deeper cuts, but like nothing on this album sucks. Well, hold on a second. Besides Brave New Girl, but everything else on this album does amazing. I mean, like, singles, Me Against the Music, I Got That Boom Boom, Breathe on Me, Toxic, Outrageous, Touch of My Hand. I honestly feel like The Hookup or Shadow could have been a single as well, but even if we didn't, we could have then jumped into Every Time. Like, we could have had a lot of singles from this album. We really, really could have. Had she not broken her knee, I could only imagine what would have came next, because she was really, like, behind Breathe on Me. But, I absolutely love this song. I really, really do. This was the song on the album that when I first got the album, this was the instant song that I fell in love with, and I was like, I need this. And I didn't get it. I got live performances, which I'm so grateful for, but I did not get this as a proper single, and I'm so upset. But I also feel like it's because there was a bit of an issue with her and the Yin Yang Twins. The Yin Yang Twins did not like her, and they've made it very apparent since then that they do not like Britney Spears.
Do you want to fight?
They, if I'm not mistaken, they said that she was the white bitch or something like that. And they said that she was not nice to them. She was rude or something. I don't know the whole story. I think they tried to say it on like Vlad TV or something, what the story was.
Electric chair.
I really feel like they were just kind of taking Kevin's side in the end during that Vlad interview, but whatever it was, right? But yeah, I give it a 10. I really do like this song. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay.
What about you?
So I do like her singing in this. I think the lyrics are fun.
Mm-hmm.
The production's fine until we have that random banjo, and then I can't get into it.
You don't like the banjo?
I hate it.
I love it.
Every time I hear it, it turns me off. I'm just like, ugh, skip.
Really?
Yeah.
This is like, okay, this is part of like the Indian like vibe that she was bringing to it, like the Middle Eastern, like the banjo, like like that kind of banjo. That was the same, because they were playing with a lot of like Indian, like Middle Eastern sounds in this album.
Well, then you would use a sitar.
Well, I think it's because she's from the South, and the Yin Yang Twins are from the South, that she picked the banjo.
No, I know.
But they were trying to replicate a Middle Eastern sound.
With a banjo.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
I mean...
That's a 4.
It's a 4 for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, period. Well, And up next, we have track 3. This is going to be Showdown. Here we go.
Sometimes cute. When you're half dressed. Just am I too hot for some things you don't know? Just like this. Comes around. And if we break up, then we can make up. Comes the showdown. You want to my zipper, please? I like to touch me if you're too hot. But just give like this. And the crowds, if we break up, then we can make a showdown. Forget the tension, the lovers can we play? And then why don't we do a world? What goes around, cause I told you. Here comes the show, and the crowds are wet. Showdown.
Okay, so now listen. Showdown, I feel like, is one of those deep cuts on the album, right? Okay, we placed it perfectly at track 3, right? We are on a high, me against the music, up tempo. I got that boom boom, up tempo. We finally start to get into sultry Britney at track 3, right? This is where Britney wants to be a little dirty. She wants to be a little nasty. She wants to be a little adult. You know what I'm saying?
And when we're done, I don't wanna feel my love. And when we're done,
She was a child before, right? Everyone looked at her as this little girl. She wanted to break out of that image with the last album, and this is where she fully gets to play into that, right? And I love that we have Britney writing on this. You know, this is one of the songs that she wrote for the album. But I don't know. I feel like this song doesn't do it as much justice. I feel that when you see the live performance on the Onyx Hotel tour, it just lights it up even more. So I don't know. For this song, though, I'm going to go ahead and rate it a 10 because I do like it. Where it falls compared to everything else, you know, it's not Toxic or Me Against the Music, but it's also not Brave New Girl. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. But I feel like if I'm going to compare it to its sister songs, I would say that it's most comparable to either Early Morning or Breathe on Me. And thankfully, those are the 2 tracks that follow it. You know, and then we kind of get into, we take this journey with Britney where she becomes a bit more enticing in the music from Showdown into like Touch of My Hand and the hookup, right? Pretty much the songs that are about to come out, Breathe on Me, Early Morning, Toxic, Touch of My Hand, the hookup, they're all kind of about having fun in the sheets, you know?
Are you serious?
It's not what it looks
Right in
like.
front of my salad?
It's not
You
what
guys
it
are
looks like.
fucking gross.
So, yeah, I feel like we kind of just start this journey of like mischievous Britney, you know, like
Yeah.
gonna just like see what's out there in the waters, you know? And I kind of like it. I don't know. I love this, you know, like I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna find my sexuality. I'm gonna do what I do and, you know, explore. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay. So, oddly enough, for some reason, I feel like I've heard this song somewhere.
I'm sure you have.
Okay, no. Honestly, even prior to meeting you.
Really?
I feel like...
What was the hit?
I don't know. I feel like I've seen it somewhere and I can't put my finger on it. So,
Onyx Hotel Tour.
no. Never saw that.
You did.
Yeah, when I met you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about before.
Mm.
But anyway.
Do you have any other friends in your circle that are Britney fans? I highly doubt you don't.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, but...
If a bitch ain't a Britney fan, then she deaf dumb. right? Isn't that the line, Nikki?
No. So the song sounds kind of familiar, but yeah, I don't know where it was from,
Okay.
but I do really like the lyrics. I really, really like the lyrics here. And I love the way that she's singing this. I love the production on this one. I think my first time around listening to this album, I don't know, I think it just kind of blended in for me. But
Okay.
now I'm like, oh, okay, no, this is actually a really good spot to put this song on the album. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that I'm kind of listening with new ears this time around.
Me too. Brand new ears. Never been seen before.
Yeah, I'll give it a 10.
Okay. All right, period. At least we agree on that. And up next is going to be track 4. This is Breathe on Me. Here we go. Should have been a single. I'm so sorry. I remember listening to this song at 12 years old and being like, what the fuck does monogamy mean? What the fuck is that word? And I was like looking it up and like in the fucking little Webster's dictionary that my grandmother had. And I was like, monogamy? Who wouldn't want monogamy in a relationship? And then I became gay and I realized that, well, it's the gays. It's the gays that don't want monogamy. It's men.
Yeah.
It's men who are hoes. Being young and naive, I had no idea what monogamy was about. And I was like, I want to look this up. And then when I found it out, I was like, what is going on? What is this? Why would people not want monogamy in relationships? And then I realized, obviously, there are people who cheat. There are people who do this and that. There are people who want open relationships, which is kind of like a newer thing, being more blatantly obvious about it. You know, some people were swingers back in the day and stuff like that. I didn't realize that that's where she was going with the lyrics, right? So exploring that while also being 12 years old and exploring my sexuality was just like, this is kind of curious, but also like weird at the same time. And also being gay, that was all confusing as well. I had to like pick and choose between all the things that were being thrown at me. I felt like in like, you know, spin art, when you're like dropping paint on it and it's just like,
yeah,
that's what I felt like. Like the paint was everything that was being put on me, like, you know, shit like that. And then me was just spinning out of control. But I do love this song. I love the writing on this. I love when Britney performs this song. I love the sensuality in this song. I love these just like deep, moody darkness that kind of like envelops it. It feels very black and white, you know? It feels very like, I don't even know. I just feel like earthy, you know, kind of just like mystical at the same time. I don't know. I can't really explain it. It's kind of like lo-fi music, but not really, because like she plays so much with her voice and her falsetto in this. But I love everything that she did. I love the arrangement. I love the execution of finding something different of a sound than what she was already working with on the previous 3 albums. And I felt like it was showing not only growth in her artistry, but also growth as an adult. You know, this felt more adult contemporary than it did feel, you know, pop, like bubblegum pop, right? But it was more like pop R&B adult contemporary. But yeah, no, I like the song. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10. And yeah, how about you?
I'm gonna give the song a 10. I love what she does with her vocals on this one. I do love the tone of this song. I love the vibe. This like more, it's a sexual song, but it has a more of like a sensuality to it. I like that this is a little bit more tasteful and classy of like a sexual song. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I've listened to lots of raunchy songs and whatnot.
Are you serious?
Not what it looks
Right in front of my salad?
And it's not
You
what
guys
it
are
looks
fucking gross.
And while I do like them, it's songs like this that I love to see people to be a little bit more creative and to see how that they kind of word things and, you know, talk about certain subjects and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. I like this. I think it's really, really cool. I have a whole mix with this song in it, a 13-minute mix. And I love the mix so much. So maybe one day I'll get to perform it, but.
And up next is going to be track 5. This is Early Morning. Here we go.
Alright. I don't got any more. Someone can just walk in, and if you don't stop till the early, then it's early, might start again. That I talk to, kinda talk back to, you don't come here, if there, or we can hook up on and on. I'm shaking my ass and I'm pumped to the break of dawn, and you yawn and just walk in, and it's early morning. Bump to the brim of my cushion, so I stood with that dope with a girl named Joe. I'm shaking my ass in the streets to the break of dawn, and don't stare on the couch and yawn, and don't stop till the early your boys. Can't doing this. I let you fight. You should try yourself in, and it's early morning. Don't stop till the early morning. Your boys, all your friends.
Okay, so listen, if you are a Britney Spears fan, you understand the journey we had between the Britney album and In the Zone, right? And I feel like this is probably Britney's more eclectic songs on the album, right? This is a more experimental sound, I would say, right? We have Moby, Trickstar, and P. Magnet, right? Doing this album. This song and this track in particular, right? And I feel like we've gone through the, like, you know, I want to say like this kind of weird space of like songs that we didn't get from Britney, that kind of like the When I Say So, or songs like Get It, right? Songs like When I Say So, songs like She'll Never Be Me, Guilty, which is also from the album, right? Mad Love, so different, so eclectic, so like what do they call that? Like trippy, like like literally
Psychedelic.
yeah, psychedelic, playing with sounds, right? Anyway, I say all that to say, I really like Early Morning. I didn't like Early Morning when I first listened to the album, right? I was kind of like, she always wants to play around with track 5. Not on all the albums, because some of them are good. The first 3 were good. But ever since, you know, this one and Heaven on Earth,
Yeah.
Girl, help. But yeah, so I say that to say, I started to like this a little bit more when I started to read more into the lyrics, because when I first listened to the album, the lyrics aren't what I thought that they were. And then after I found out that her and Kevin got together and they met at a club called Joseph's, where Teresa, her dancer, told him to come up and talk to her, and then they went dancing. I was kind of like, these lyrics are a bit leaning that. And I know that the album was done before they met, correct? Correct? Like, that's the timeline, is that the album was done. Britney was going on tour. And then she asked him to go on tour with her, right? But, like, she literally says, got up and got on the dance floor, hooked up with a guy named Joe. When the music was fast and slow, what happened next, guess, but you don't want to know. Like, I'm like... She's even talking about, went out with my girl Jen and we called up Gabe and his friends. He's talking about hitting up a show. So I said, what the hell, let's go. Like, was she describing the night that she met Kevin, or was she like foreshadowing this? Kind of in a way. Because like, didn't hook up with a guy named Joe, but she was at Joseph's. On a dance floor, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, just weird. Just weird. It's weird how, like, Britney has these songs that, like, become the soundtrack to her story. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Just weird. But, I'm gonna go ahead and give Early Morning a 9. Right? Okay, it's my first dip in the album. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 9. And the reason for that is because it's not a song that I gravitated towards at first. It's one that I've started to like as a deep cut.
Yeah.
But it's not one I always have to play on the album. If I'm listening to the album from front to back, I will, but I don't always have to play it. But yeah, how about you?
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I like the song. Again, first time when I listened to the album, I kind of dismissed a lot of the songs. I was like, not my cup of tea, throw it away, whatever. And now kind of coming back to this album with new ears, I'm just like, wait, I actually really like this. Like, I love her tone and her voice. I think it sounds perfect for this song. I love the tone of the song and how it's just mixing in with her vocals. I think it sounds amazing. You know, the lyrics, I like the lyrics too. I feel like her voice portrays those lyrics, you know? So, I mean, I like the song. I'm going to give it a 10.
Okay. Period.
Yeah. Because, again, I just feel like that she did a really good job on this song, you know?
Okay. Okay, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. We're about to dive in. Up next is going to be the second single from the album. This is Toxic. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Here we go.
I'm calling, dangerous. There's no escape. Did they get me in? With a taste of your lips in my mouth, taste of a pull. You know that you're toxic. What you do, that you know that. I took a sip, it's taking over me. You really can't come down. I'm on a ride, taste of a poison paradise. Know that you're toxic. You know that you're toxic. You're toxic and poison paradise. I'm addicted to this. I'm on the ride. Taste of a poison. I'm addicted to you. You're toxic. Toxic. I'm ready now. I'm ready now.
Literally iconic. Iconic. If Toxic is not in your top 5 Britney Spears songs, something is wrong with it. Actually, you know what's so funny?
I don't think it is.
In my top 5?
Yeah, I don't think it's in your top 5.
No, I think it is.
Hold on.
Yeah, it is. It is. Toxic and then Slave. 4 and 5.
Got it.
Yes, it is. It is in my top 5. Yeah, if it's not in your top 5, something's wrong with you. But with that being said, this is an iconic fucking song. It should have gone number 1. If you do not know the history on this song, this is the song that brought Britney back to radio. Britney was on a band from Clear Channel. So Britney Spears' music, all of album 3, and from Don't Let Me Be the Last to Know all the way through album 3 into album 4. So Me Against the Music, all of it was banned from radio. It was Toxic that pushed the song literally to radio. It was because people requested it so much, because it became so popular. Radio had no other option but to play it. Clear Channel was at that point, okay? If we can just be, like, honest. And that all happened because Britney chose Pepsi to sponsor her Dream Within a Dream tour from 2001 to 2002. So Clear Channel had a hair up their ass. But that is on them. We are now in the present. So yes, Britney would probably have had more number 1s and more top 10s if it wasn't for that, because radio back then was very crucial to a single's lifespan and gaining the number 1 spot. But with that being said, Toxic is iconic.
True.
Toxic was created by Kathy Dennis and Bloodshine Avant. It is probably the epitome of the album for In the Zone for me. There's a lot of deep cuts on this album. Everything, though, is heavily influenced by this Indian Bollywood sound, this Middle Eastern like movement. A lot of songs, a lot of music was influenced by Middle Eastern, you know, either banjos or guitars or different things, right? So we had that through about from 2002 to probably like 2006. We had a huge influence of Indian culture, Bollywood culture, Middle Eastern culture in pop music, which is great. I love the sound. I love how it gets infused into hip hop. I just think that it sounds so freaking good. And I really feel like this album kind of encapsulates that moment and that space and time where we had that sound so heavily. But I feel like Toxic is the epitome of that time. I mean, if you ask people, you know, songs that they know from 2003, 2004, Toxic is going to be one of the songs that they know. It's if it's not in the top 10, yeah. I don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But yes, it was an iconic song. Britney had to fight with the label because the label did not believe that Toxic was that good of a song to be a single. Mm-hmm. They were pushing for I Got That Boom Boom, which I would have loved. They also were pushing for Breathe On Me at first, and Outrageous, because, you know, R. Kelly was behind Outrageous. But yeah, they weren't really pushing for Toxic. And Britney and Bloodshine Avant really had to fight for Toxic to be put out as a single. And I feel like it's probably because Britney went so hard in the fucking choreo. She was determined to make Toxic work. And she also created an iconic music video, which we're going to get into very shortly. But I have to give the song a 10. I don't know what else to say. Britney's vocals, non-processed vocals, right? So the studio vocals before anything gets added on, they are so raw and good. If you have a chance to look on YouTube and find the unedited vocals of Britney Spears' Toxic, it sounds pretty damn fucking good. Now, there are some elements of Kathy Dennis, who was one of the songwriters on this, as well as the person who sung the demo. Her vocals are on this as well. And I think she absolutely does a fantastic job, which is why Britney used her in the song. But yeah, I don't know. I love this fucking song. I mean, really, I love this song. I love the choreography and I love the music video. And the live performances eat every single time. My favorites of the performances from Toxic has to be the NRJ Awards, which I can't wait to get into because you're gonna die. The makeup, the outfit, the hair, gorgeous. Gorgeous across the board. It's just fucking insane. But we'll get into that shortly. But yeah, how about you?
No, I mean, I love the song. I always enjoyed the song. It's definitely has been one of my favorite Britney songs. I'm trying to think, is it in my top 5? I mean, I do love Till the World Ends, and I do love, I love a lot of songs off of Femme Fatale. But there's also Circus. I don't know. I already made the list, and I don't remember what it was in it. So I'll just throw it right back up here.
Right.
But I don't know, like it's such a fun song, you know what I mean? Like it's such a great song to listen, to dance, to perform to. I mean, there's so many nuances to this, and I mean, the music video itself, which we're gonna get into, I feel like helps enhance the song even more, and its greatness and its grandness, I would say.
Yeah.
For a lack of a better word. But I don't know, like, and Kathy Dennis, like, I think funny enough, I knew Kathy Dennis wrote the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until later on that, like, I would listen to her own music that she wrote, but then also find out that she's written songs for other artists, and she also was featured on this song that I really like from this, I think they're like a DJ duo, but like I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was her. So like she's still out there making music, still writing, and I think that that's so cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I'm just like, dang, that would be so cool to like actually get to like write a song with her.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure the check from this is phenomenal.
right?
I'm sure the check from Toxic is phenomenal. And up next is going to be track 7. This is Outrageous. Here we go.
Oh, this is 7.
Track 7.
Outrageous when I move my body. Outrageous to cheat. Outrageous when I'm on shopping spree. Outrageous just as I wanna be. My trust to feel. There's no stopping me. And if you don't like me, just go in my own body. Outrageous when I'm out of me. Outrageous, my sex tour. Outrageous. Locking down my cameras. They try to catch you coming out your clothes. And I'll be like a whoop in me. Trying to move my body. Just when I'm on the scene. Just we on a world tour. The place where love is free. Ooh, now when you mention to love, I'll to keep it for when I'm at a party. Just my sex drive. Just must be when I'm at a party. Just my sex drive. We on a world tour.
Oh my god, do I love this album. I mean, literally, listen now, I know y'all about to come up with some bullshit, okay, and be like, look, you shouldn't be playing that song, R. Kelly wrote it. Britney Spears is singing it. She has been through enough. We're not gonna do it here. So let's cut the shit now. Let's move the fuck on, okay? You want to tell R. Kelly, you want to talk shit about him, you want to, belittle his music and all that other shit, that's fine. You don't want to play it, that's cool. But over here, Outrageous and You Were Not Alone, 2 songs that R. Kelly wrote, one for Britney Spears, one for Michael Jackson, they will be played. I'm so sorry, but those 2 songs cannot be touched. If everybody else, Gaga, wants to take them off, that's fine. That is fine. Mm-hmm. But Outrageous and You Were Not Alone will not be touched. I'm just saying, his vocals are minuscule in this motherfucking track, okay? Minuscule. So, catch me outside if you have something to say about it. Anyway.
Catch me outside. How about that?
In this song, in this performance, I absolutely love this. I do, again, we're getting this Middle Eastern Bollywood sound. We're getting this play of like Arabianness, right? And I understand that there are different cultures that we're talking about, right? But we're talking about Middle East, right? I love instruments. I love playing with these different sounds from the Middle East. It just sounds so rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds like an emperor or a prince or like some like, I don't know, some like God, you know what I mean? Like it sounds like gold. Like it just sounds like gold. It sounds like something rich. And I absolutely love it. I love the way it plays into hip hop and pop. I just feel like blending those sounds, it just sounds so good. And I know a lot of people are probably going to say,
oh, well, they're appropriating some cultures and this and that.
and I get that, right? I understand. I hear what you're talking about. But there is something about music that I feel like, and just hear me out on this, right? Music is universal, right? I'm not saying you got to come out in some Bollywood gear or like an Egyptian, like fucking Katy Perry did, or anything else like that, right? But I'm saying if you want to pay homage and sample different guitars or pianos or flutes or whatever, right? You want to kind of pay homage to these sounds. You want to highlight these sounds. I feel like if you're a celebrity who has the opportunity and the outlet to shine light on a culture, right, that maybe certain parts of the world didn't necessarily hear, right? Are people, white people here in the United States of America, listening to Bollywood music? Are they listening to different types of Middle Eastern music? No, probably not. Probably not. And also, to think of it, Britney could have been canceled at this time for trying to do this after 9/11. This happened after the Twin Towers, right?
Oh,
this was
fun.
in 2003 when the album was released. Her sampling this music at this time could have been like,
Girl, too soon.
too soon, too early, you know? But music was moving in such a way that we were bringing cultural infusions in, right? It was just to help, I feel, it was to help gravitate that music to different ears so that people could understand it and hear it, and they could become familiar with it, to where if they heard something later on that was, you know, Middle Eastern or, you know, Bollywood sound or in Indian, right? Then they would understand and they'd be like, oh my God, like it's familiar, right? It kind of like touches it scratches that part of the brain that's like, oh, that, you know what I'm saying? And I love when artists do that. I love when they can sample or they can pay homage to a particular thing. Toxic is, again, one of the biggest songs of 2004, probably the biggest of Britney Spears' entire catalog. And that samples heavily that dun 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 dun, Middle Eastern, right? We're hearing that Bollywood sound. Again, would that song be as big if that sample wasn't in it? Who knows? Who knows? But did that open up a world of new people hearing that song? 100%. 100%. So for that, I'm going to say, I love this song. It's a 10. I don't like the shitty person who wrote the song, right? He can go suck a dick off to the curb, whatever the fuck he wants to do. Or not, because, you know, he's in jail. So don't be doing that. We don't need you to be a predator to nobody else. But yeah, I don't like the person who wrote this. I don't like the person who produced it. But I do like this sound on Britney. I do like this song for Britney because this is the first time she's flaunting her big shit. And I really, really like that about it. I love this, like, overly confident Britney, like, say what the fuck you want about me. I don't care. You know what I mean? I really do like that on her. And I mean, I do, even though I hate him, I have to give him props because he is a great songwriter. He's a horrible person, but he's a great songwriter. And, you know, sadly, we're not going to be able to escape all of R. Kelly's music.
I just skipped the song after I listened to Toxic, mostly because I'm only listening to the album for Toxic. So
You're a shitty person.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
What did you rate to You Want My Body?
I haven't yet.
What do you rate? Do what you want with my body?
10.
And that, friends, is what we call biased opinion. Because this is way better than that song. But anyhow.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the lyrics are fun. I think her singing on this is fun. I will say for the lyrics, I like how they kind of changed her name to what? B Girl.
B girl, that's
Yeah.
B girl.
So, I don't know. I thought that was fun and cute. I do like the production on this.
And the next track is going to be track 8. This is Touch of My Hand. Here we go.
I found myself flirting with one. I will be bold to excite. I should eyes. I can't control what's happening. Imagination's out of touch of my hand. The small of my back in a beautiful way. I'm meant to explain tonight. Just taking over. The more I come to discover, I come to understand.
Love, 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 love this song. I love every single time that this song has been performed. I just freaking love this song so much. Again, I was 12 years old when I heard this album. Being confused and finding yourself with this album was weird. I'm telling you, it was just weird. Like, this album was my awakening of things that I thought I knew and didn't know at the same time. And also I felt like I was so young. Like, I don't know. This album helped me come to terms with a lot of different things. But this song in particular, I remember hearing this, and I remember my grandmother saying I was never allowed to play this again. And I was like, what the is she talking about? Like, what is going on? And I just remember thinking about Britney's angelic voice of the, hey, 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 ah. And I was just like, oh my God, it just sounds so good. What the fuck? And I was like, I want to be able to do the same thing. And I was like singing this all the time in my room. Between this and Breathe On Me, my grandmother was not happy. She was not having it.
This looks like the pornography.
And I was like in the attic of our house. So yeah, it was too much. Absolutely love this song. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10. Her voice on this is insane. The fact that we use the vocoder in certain lines of the song, but not all of it, it like adds this extra element of like instrumentation. Like, it kind of builds the way that the song is like meant to be played. It creates this texture onto it that kind of complements the flute, you know, or whatever the hell that is. I think it's a violin that is played backwards in the beginning. The doom 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 doom, you know that part?
Yeah.
It does something to kind of just like, it's like a blossom of a flower happening in rapid speed, you know what I mean? It just seems like it's like a lotus, like a, you know, and was I supposed to envision a flower? I don't know. That just got a little weird because I was like, what the hell? Is that what she wanted me to picture? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the block. You know what? I feel like I just had like a what was that? Huh? I don't know.
An epiphany.
You said epiphany.
Is it not epiphany?
Epiphany.
Epiphany?
It starts with an E, not an H.
I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Epiphany. Bitch, I learn something new every day, I guess. All right.
Like, yeah, an epiphany. Like, I was like, what? Did she do that on purpose? Like, obviously she did it on purpose, but like, was that what it was supposed to do? I have no idea. I'm just like, I'm kind of thinking in real time. Anyway, love it. 10. I love all the instrumentation in this. I really, really do. This album. Anyway.
So yeah, I'm gonna give the song a 10. I really do like this one. This is also part of my mix, 13-minute mix that I have. That one day I hope we get to perform.
And you skipped this entire album just to play Toxic?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I just want you to know. There's so many 10s on here and you literally play one song. Why don't you just grab the greatest hits, my prerogative?
Well, okay. In the past, I did that. Now
But you openly admitted it here on the channel.
Yeah.
Disgusting. You should feel horrible about yourself.
I don't.
And your choices.
But yeah, no, I really do like this song. I love the lyrics. I love her tone and her voice, and I love the music in this. I don't know. It's like, it gives me goosebumps. I don't know. There's just something about this, like, this song that just, like, I love the way that, like, I don't know. I love how we are still going on with this, like, classy sensuality kind of, like, top, or, like, vibe and energy. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel overbearing or weird to talk about. It feels, like, normal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, no, I think she did a really good job with this song.
Yeah, no, I agree. And up next is going to be track 9. This is The Hookup. Here we go.
Boys and
Believe everything, your body, everything. I'm in love with you. Wanna move you do. Get on now, grab my shoulder. Baby, I'm a dropper. Baby, when I get a little sun. Believe everything that I feel. Little breath on my neck to the movie. My body right next to you. The over you. Work it out now. Grab the floor. Back it up now. Grab my shoulder. Boy, you can't let my whole world has changed. The move. This whole baby, take me down.
if you sit down, everybody dance.
Just get on the floor. One more, one time, two time. Grab my waist, work to the floor now. Work it out now. Grab baby, I'm a bad baby. When I get a little sun, don't get wrong now. Grab my, pick it up now. Take it lower.
Christopher Tricky Stewart. Oh my god. And Bloodshine Avant. Please. They literally made this album. I'm so sorry, but they literally made this album. Like, so freaking good. I mean, Caribbean Things. Oh my god, Jesus, help. I could hear Rihanna on this. Like, where was Rihanna? She was not yet, but like, where was she? Like, I feel like Rihanna was birthed from this song. You know what I'm saying? They just literally were like, I feel like there's a coconut between us.
From where I was from in Barbados, we would say, I have a coconut to pick with you. Not beef, not a bone, just coconut.
You know? They need to bring her here. They needed her here for this song. Britney and Rihanna on this song would have been like, no, I'm not gonna hate on S&M, but what S&M could have been, you know, with a proper music video. Still waiting on it. David LaChapelle. Anyway, and for Make Me on Glory, the full 18 minutes. Hello. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10. I know, yes, it may be a little touchy of a subject. You know, Britney's doing this, I don't even know, Caribbean, Jamaican-esque voice, right, over the track. But I don't know what it is. But like Britney dipping into R&B and hip hop and like playing with different sounds, different like urban-esque sounds, she sounds so good doing it, right? I mean, I'm just like, I kind of prefer that Britney over like bubblegum pop Britney. And I like how she like dips her toes into it, does it decently well. And then is like, okay, I did that, right? I gave a taste, right? We sampled, we did some, right? And I feel like this album is just so experimental across the board. I'm so glad that she didn't work with somebody like Timberland, because where I love Timberland, right? I feel like we would have gotten like that Timberland sound. You know what I'm saying? Like Timberland has this way about him, and I love it for me. But had it have been on this album, you know what I'm saying? Like it just wouldn't have fit. Now, from what I remember, Missy and Timberland were supposed to do this album with Britney. From what I remember, they were working on this with her, and it went south quickly because of the whole Justin thing, and they wound up packing up, going home, blah, 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 right? And that's all fine, because Tricky Stewart, Bloodshine Avon, you know, P. Magnet, Christopher Sino, Kathy Dennis, Moby, you know, I mean, I'll tip my hat to R. Kelly, even though I shouldn't. There's so many people on this album that I feel like she worked with such great people. And even though there were so many different people having a hand in this, like in each song there's only like 3 or 4, right? But it's not like there's 18 like some other artists. Beyonce. But yeah, there's like 3 or 4 on each one of them. And every single song just sounds great. I mean, literally from start to finish, this album is one of the most perfect albums. I really feel like a lot of her albums are perfect. But this album is like one of her most perfect albums, like unskippable, right? Pretty damn near until we get to the other one. But yeah, I mean, I really do like this song. I love this a lot. And again, the performance elevated this song even more when I seen this on the Onyx Hotel tour, and it was performed right after. Was it right after I'm a Slave for You or right before? Right next to I'm a Slave for You. I was like, this is a good choice. This was a really good choice to have these two together, and the energy that she brought on this and the choreography, so good, so good. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10.
So I think I'm gonna give the song a 10. I don't necessarily remember it on my first walkthrough in this album. But now listening to it, I'm like, wait, this is actually really kind of cute, because you don't necessarily see that side of Britney, you know, doing the Jamaican thing.
I mean, you did on the first album.
Yes,
Soda
but
Pop.
It literally took like 3 years for her, probably even more than that, to come out with an album like this.
Right.
You know, at the time. So I guess in a way I'm just like, okay, I do like, and I picture the visual in my head. I know what I would want. I know how I would want it to look like. But I just don't know for everyone else that that's the same. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, did everyone else see that the way that I saw that? Or is it something else? But okay. Yeah, I don't know. I really like this song, and I like the journey. Like, oddly enough, I feel like this has now become a point for me in this entire album that I'm like, I'm liking the journey for where we're going.
With that being said, we're going to jump into the next track. This is going to be track 10. This is Shadow.
leaving too soon. Yes, but then it hurts mine. You left a we're almost gone. Never yourself it's only late. And leave all that yourself. I'm watching you just never here. Never yourself arriving. It's only your shadow.
I love this song. I think it's a gorgeous ballad. Who it's written about, I don't know. I can only think that it's about her relationship ending with Justin Timberlake and how she kind of felt like she was there, but he technically wasn't, even though you were physically in the room, like how you could be spiritually gone, emotionally gone. You know, you've been removed from the relationship in different ways. You're kind of like taking yourself out before you're actually breaking up type of thing. And I can relate to that. I can feel that 100%. But I feel like the emotion behind this and Every Time, I feel like they were either recorded on the same day or they were written from the same experiences. You know what I'm saying? Like the same attachment is there in a way. That is also the reason why I was so confused and I thought that this was, you know, Every Time was about Justin Timberlake, to then find out later that it wasn't. Shadow just seems like that song that is still that haunting ballad. You know, it's still that moment of not necessarily closure, but like questioning the validity of things, and at the same time the existence of who you still are. I think it's written beautifully. I think it's sung beautifully. I love the way Britney uses her voice in this song. Again, it really shines through. I feel like we don't get this a lot with Britney. We do with Ballad Britney. But like when we brought back Invitation for Glory, I was like, oh, the vocals are still there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 10. I absolutely love it. So yeah, how about you?
I think I'm going to give it a 9.5. It's not really something I would like to hear.
Okay.
I don't know. I think maybe I would have liked a little bit more in-depthness with the lyrics, maybe. I don't know. Something's disconnecting me from this song, and I feel like I just want more. And I don't know why. But I mean, I think her singing's great, you know, and I do like the production of it. But then I don't know. I feel like I look at the lyrics and like, maybe we could have expanded a little bit more. I don't know.
Okay. And up next is going to be track 11. This is Brave New Girl. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
She don't want no yo, she don't want all that like peaches and cream. She gonna wish she wants me to refine. She needs me, won't take it back seat. She's gonna step outside the line. Let her go tonight. A brave girl, she said she put this basket on the floor. He said you look pretty, she looks a good thing. There's a brave new eyes. You knew she could feel something, hey. Ain't it good to
All right. I know that I literally was just having a party with that song, but I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hate it.
Oh. Why?
And it's, listen,
because
it's
you're a lesbian?
No, it's not that it's not like a cute song, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, the rest of this album is so cohesive. And then we got this right before Every Time. And I'm like, did we just need a song to break up Shadow and Every Time? Could we just not have 2 ballads back to back? Is that what this was? And I know Britney likes to do this thing. I mean, like, literally, Glory was very experimental, right? But we got that, I got what you want, I got what you need, right? And great vocals, Britney. Great vocals, great vocals.
But?
And even Private Show. Give me a private show. And like, okay, love it. But they're just different, right? From the rest of the album. Which is great. But Britney likes to do this. She likes to dive into like this different sound. Sometimes she likes to be in her little rock bag with Don't Keep Me Waiting and Rock Me In and shit like that. And other times I'm just like, do we need to do that? Like, was it? Could this not have been like a bonus track, you know? I just feel like it doesn't fit the album. And for that, I'm going to have to go ahead and give it an 8.
So, I do love the song. I'm going to give it a 10.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
I don't know. I like this.
I'm sure you do.
I like the sound of it.
Look at you. I'm sure you like it.
Anyway, so I like I don't know. I mean, okay, is it different in comparison to the rest of this album? Yeah, but I'm just like, I'm glad that this kind of like shakes things up a little bit and makes the album a little bit more multi-dimensional and kind of shakes things up in the set list.
Right.
So I like that. I think that's cool. And now that I think about it, I'm like, this sounds like fucking, what is that band? Garbage. It literally sounds like the band Garbage. I think that's their name.
I was about to literally smack the shit out of you.
She wants me to go off. She's provoking me. She wants me to get ghetto. She wants me to get ratchet. And I could. Or I could elevate. I'm in therapy. I could rise above. I don't owe her anything. I don't have to go there. Or I can choose to have time. And I do.
Because I thought you were actually talking about trash. And I literally was going to smack the shit out of you for a second.
Yeah, no, there's a band called Garbage. They
okay. You live to see another day.
But yeah, no. I don't, because it kind of sounds like them, but like, I don't know. I don't know. I really do like this, and I think it when Britney does rock, sometimes it's really cute. I like it. And I like what she did with her vocals on this and how they edited it. I don't know. I just like that. And I like that in a really weird way. This album has been a lot about like dancing, hooking up, experiencing things, you know?
Experimental, yeah.
But then we get to Brave New Girl. You get to Brave New Girl and it feels like it's a declaration of like, this is me.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. And I like that.
Okay. This song is her?
Yeah, honestly, it's the best song on the album. It's better than Toxic.
Y'all, when I tell you, I am so glad we're recording half the time, because if not, she would be in a body bag. 100%. And I would be on death row somewhere.
No, you wouldn't, because you love me.
I don't. Don't touch me, please. Help. Please lean that way. Don't lean near me. Lean that way. You're about to lose an eardrum. Anyway, that is it for this song. We're gonna move on to the next one, and the next one is my favorite track off of this album. My favorite Britney Spears track ever. This is going to be track 12. This is Every Time, and I hope you guys like it. Here we go. Okay. Thankfully, I did not cry on this song because I literally normally do. I remember getting this album. It came out November 18, 2003. This song was released as the third single from the album. The second I listened to the album, I was immediately drawn to the title of Every Time. No, not because it was misspelled, but because it seemed like it was going to be the ballad on the album, right? This and Shadow, which both of them were the ballads on the album, right? And I was looking for this response to Justin. I was looking for a moment, and I don't know if I can't remember if it was before or after that she had the Diane Sawyer interview. I think it was after. Britney talked about this particular song, and Diane was like, I know you're gonna bop me over the head, but I have to ask. And then she asked about this song, and she said, is it about him? And she I was gonna say sing, but she, then reads the bridge of My Weakness Caused You Pain, and this song's My Sorry, is the highlighted lyrics that she pulled from it. And Britney was like,
Oh, goodness, goodness, goodness.
And she was like, I think I'm just going to let the song speak for itself. In that moment, I felt attached to the song in a way that, first hearing the song from the album, then seeing that interview, I immediately felt like, here is a girl who was going through a transitional period of her life. She stepped on the scene at, technically at 15 years old, as an artist, but even younger, from the Mickey Mouse Club, doing gymnastics and stuff like that. She then grows up in front of our eyes. She is berated and belittled and ostracized over her body and growing and this and that. And people talked about her boobs. People talked about everything about her, down to the nitty-gritty of her sex life and her relationships.
Disgusting!
They examined, they dug in depths of places where I think was just disgusting, and it speaks a lot to see Diane Sawyer, an older female, talk to a then 21-year-old Britney Spears about not only her sex life, but also about the first time she was ever intimate with Justin and the breakup and everything else. And I understand that you're supposed to do so much as a journalist, but there's something that's just a little bit disgusting and depraved to go that far. And I always felt so strongly about this song because I feel like it draws so much emotion from it, but I felt even more after seeing that interview, right? And then witnessing it when I went to the tour and seeing the live performances that she did, it just felt like there was something more there that wasn't being said, right? Fast forward to the book. We get to The Woman in Me. And Britney talks about the abortion with Justin. And immediately I mean, immediately it hit me like a tidal wave, like a fucking tsunami. It hit me and I realized, oh my God, this song is about the baby. The song had nothing to do with Justin. This song was about the baby. And because in the video, which we're going to watch, there's a reincarnation moment, right? Which is what everyone thought. It's Britney, you know, dying, reincarnation, this and that. And I go back to the original idea of the music video, which we'll talk more about when we get into the music video, but I go back to the original idea of the music video and I just think how sad that that version premiered overseas and was immediately ripped down and had to be changed to an alternate version. And that's the version that we get to see today. The other version is nowhere to be found. They had wiped that bitch completely from any whatever. We didn't have YouTube then, or it would still be out there. But it really boggles my mind. And I spent days, I mean fucking days, almost probably 2 weeks crying about realizing that that song, this song, every time was about the baby, and that it was probably her favorite song for a reason. And like, why was it my favorite song? And just like racking my brain about it, about like, did I don't know if I latched onto this because I liked it, or if I latched onto this because I felt something different about the song. Like I just instinctively remember her doing the interviews about this song and talking about it and just not wanting to put the blame on Justin and not wanting to place it about the relationship and feeling so vulnerable about that. And then through the years, her always talking about wanting a baby girl. And like, it breaks my heart to know that she went through that, you know, and not only once, she went through it twice. Not the abortion, but losing a child, right? That we know of, she went through twice. So it really breaks my heart, and I can't listen to the song in the same way anymore. I do like to sing the song, but I can only get to a certain point when singing the song. I will also say that I really do appreciate Kelly Clarkson's version of this song, which is absolutely fucking phenomenal. And she performed this on her tour a couple of times. But I can't give the song anything but a 10. I love that Britney wrote and produced this with Guy Sigsworth, but Britney came up with the melody and the riff and the chords for the piano. She also was very strong about wanting a harp on this. She wrote all the lyrics out. You know, Guy Sigsworth did have some, you know, obviously the overall production, vocal production, final production, mixing and mastering on this, but it's literally only those two on this song. And this, to me, is probably her best ballad ever. And I know people shit on My Baby, but I really like My Baby as well. But this is probably her best ballad ever. And I will go down that this will always be my number one. And sometimes will be my number two. But all that said, I also love how she uses the falsettos in her voice. She sings this in such an angelic yet haunting way that it leaves this like, it leaves a mark on you. It leaves you feeling something because you understand that it's not just heartbreak. It's you're literally mourning the loss of someone, something, right? You can hear it. You can just hear it in the song. But yeah. And then also that moment where, you know, she shared with Justin on the floor in her bathroom and all he did was play a fucking guitar. And then I think about the scene of Britney in Crossroads crying about her mom not wanting her, with Aston Mount sitting next to her on the floor in the bathroom. And I'm like, wow, the fact that that scene happened, that had to have been like gut-wrenching for her to film. And to pick that specific place in a bathroom on the floor next to the guy, that really had to be something. Knowing that she lost her child that way, and then she played the child who lost a mom because her mom didn't want her. Girl. I can't. I'm going to start crying. Please go. Please go.
All right. No, I'm going to give this song a 10. I really do love this song. Especially now, you know, learning about its meaning and everything that's come out since. I think that lyrically it's a very, very great song. I love that sound where it sounds like a music box. I really, really like that. I feel like it helps and enhances the song and gives it that dark, haunting feeling. Yeah, I mean, like, it's honestly, I do remember listening to the album, right? And every time really wasn't a song. I mean, also granted, like, this was years ago, so I really was more into, like, the dance and up-tempo songs, so every time I got a ballad, I was like, eh. But, I don't know. Now, kind of hearing the song and, like, learning more about its meaning and stuff, like, I really do like it, and I like that, you know, this is a song where you get to see Britney at her peak artistry, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you get to see her songwriting capabilities, and to know that she also took control and took the reins of, like, producing it and, like, creating the song, you know, itself. Like, I think that that's really, really cool, and I think that this really goes to show, like, her genius in music, you know? So, I don't know, like, yeah, I think that this is a really great song.
Yeah, final thoughts. I'm gonna let you go first.
Okay.
Because I can't wait to rant.
I mean, okay. I like the album a lot more than what I used to. To me, like, this was definitely, for me, like a...
What was that again?
I do like the album a lot more than what I used to.
Right, where's it in the lineup of your faves now?
I don't know. I'm still trying to... I still have to listen to everything else and kind of compare it. But, I don't know. Like, for me, like... definitely not. It's definitely still not in my top 3. But, I don't know. I would say that, for me, like, what I like about now for this album is... really the statement that she was trying to say, you know, especially like during a time when she was being scrutinized and how, you know, people viewed her and people feeling disappointed in that expectation not being met. I would say. And I feel like that this was kind of the turning point for her and not really caring, because even based on like what she was saying in the book, and she was like, you know, I, you know, felt like I had to be something, and, you know, it wasn't enough for anyone. And then she said that when she met Madonna, that was kind of the turning point for her, and realizing like Madonna could walk into a room and demand what she wanted. And Britney was inspired by that and wanted to, you know, portray that. And I feel like that she really did, you know, with this album. So I'm going to give it the respect in that sense, that I feel like that it did help shape that, because I feel like without this album, we would have never have gotten something like Blackout, because I feel like had she maybe buckled down or something, she probably would have quit the music industry, you know?
Then.
Yeah.
Album 4.
Yeah. And
instead of album 9.
Right. And I mean, like, you know, and we probably would have never had Blackout. So, I don't know. Like, there's definitely a lot of There's a lot of good songs off this album, you know? Especially when you, now going back in and listening to this album again, I'm like, oh, this actually would be really cute. Like, I could see, like, to me, there's a lot of songs that I can see, like, the performance for. There's, you know, songs that I feel like that, you know, I could maybe, like, create, like, a look for. But...
You?
Yeah. But...
For what?
To perform?
Ain't nobody saying nothing about that.
Oh, they didn't have to. That's what I'm saying.
So. No. Nobody said you could perform this.
I wasn't asking.
Stick to your album that you like from Gaga, bitch. Stick to Mayhem or whatever the hell it is.
But...
Don't come over here.
I mean, listen, at least it's being nominated for a Grammy. But anyway,
Hold the fuck up, bitch. Okay, nominated for a Grammy, and Britney's been nominated for many Grammys. So watch yourself.
Anyway, I feel like the only...
This is better than Mayhem.
I feel like the only song I don't really care for is I Got That Boom Boom.
Because you're a hater.
I feel like that's going to have to be my least favorite song off the album. My favorite, though, I mean, I feel like obviously it's Toxic.
Right.
I feel like that's the best song off the album.
I mean, I'm going to say Every Time is the best song off the album. Thank you very much. Toxic is the hit. Toxic is the radio hit. Toxic is for the GP. But Every Time is that bitch. I'm so sorry to disappoint everybody else, but you're wrong. Every Time is number one. It is. Okay? So I'm gonna just need y'all to recognize that. Put it in your little hat. And I don't care what else you do with it. But that's it. Okay?
No.
Anyway. This album's a 10. It is an absolute masterpiece. It should have been inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like Blackout was. The album did go number one on the Billboard charts. Britney actually beat her own record by being the youngest female artist with 4 consecutive number one albums. And then she wound up beating her record again when she did Circus and Femme Fatale at number one as well. But yeah, this album is, like I said, a masterpiece. From front to back, I feel like this is this is the best album by Britney Spears. Blackout is a very close second, and Glory rounds out my holy trinity. For me, the rest of the albums just kind of trickle after that, and that's hard to say because all of her albums are just great masterpieces, especially Oops, I Did It Again. I mean, Oops, I Did It Again is a masterpiece in itself, and so is Britney. But I feel like for me, just because this was such a pivotal moment in my life, that this album kind of stuck with me the longest, and also had the most impact on me as a person, as, you know, a gay kid, as somebody who was trying to find themselves, you know, in general, you know? And I really feel like this album was an album that I could, like, play and feel like I was heard. Like, that my issues, my problems were, like, heard and understood because I felt like she was going through the same thing. And I know that that's weird to say that, but, like, I don't know if anybody else has ever felt that way about an album or about an artist. But I feel like Britney was, like, my outlet at the time for this. So that's also probably another reason why I hold on so strong to this. But also, I just love R&B. I love Urban Britney. Urban Britney is just so good. She really is. And then when she came out with Blackout afterwards, I was like, please don't go back. And then she gave us Femme Fatale, and I was like, fuck my life. Anyway, it's not a bad album. Britney Jean was the worst one. But yeah, no, I really do like this album. I like it a lot. I love that we have a lot of different producers on this album. I love that we're working with different writers than in the past. Like, Britney really was just, like, vibing. She was going to the club a lot. She was hanging out with her dancers a lot. She was just trying to explore and find a sound that was like honest and true to her at the time. And I feel like she gravitated towards everything that she loved while going out and going to the clubs and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I absolutely love this album. But yeah. And the worst song on this album for me is probably Brave New Girl. So that is all that I had for this. We will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification button for all future videos, and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Until I feel the vibrations.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. Be sure to keep watching. There's plenty more videos to go through. Plenty more.
Go check it out right now.